from WWL-TV, the spirit of Louisiana. This is Louisiana's news leader, Channel 4's Eyewitness Morning News.
Since Hurricane Katrina, services for the mentally ill have not been adequate to meet the increased demand. There are not enough mental health professionals in the area. A nonprofit organization, Soldiers of Love, is trying to help. Working in partnership with the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance, Soldiers of Love will launch a mental health peer specialist training program. And here to tell us about the program are John Wade, founder and president of Soldiers of Love, and the organization's executive director, Narah Cano. Thank you both very much for coming in. I think that it is a tremendous need right now. And tell us your background and how you came up with this idea.
Well, I have bipolar disorder myself, and I went to the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance in Chicago and met with the president of that organization, and she suggested that I take this peer support training in Orlando, which I did do, and I found it would help out here in New Orleans with our dire need for mental health services.
Now, for people who are not familiar with bipolar, what is that?
It's a mood disorder. You have moods outside the normal range.
You go up and down.
Up and down.
Mm-hmm. And so people who have recovered from this, you're looking for them to become, what, peer counselors?
Also, any kind of mental disorder, including depression, post-traumatic stress syndrome, other illnesses, any kind of mental illnesses that they are in recovery and are willing to go public with that information and practice as a peer specialist.
And Ms. Cano, what is the need for this in this area?
We have a well-documented need, and most recently the incident last week where a New Orleans police officer was killed. And the lack of health care, mental health services is tremendous and acute. So what we're trying to do is help ourselves by implementing the peer specialist training programs so that we can help someone before they literally go off the deep end.
Now, what does the training entail?
The training will take place between February 18th through the 22nd at the Renaissance Arts Hotel at 700 North or South Chapatulas, and it involves 5 days worth of training. At the end, they will pass a test, and if they pass it successfully, they will become certified. And being a certified peer specialist, they can either work in a volunteer position or in a paid position. This program is a successful replication of a pilot program, and it's now been expanded to 20 states. And Medicaid has recognized it, and you can actually get reimbursed for the peer specialist in a paid position.
So people who go through this training may very well be able to begin a new career in this area. Where would they be placed here in the New Orleans area?
In clinics or hospitals, in association with psychiatrists. They work normally with a professional because they don't replace the psychiatrist, they augment the psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm. Describe very briefly, because you've gone through the training, what's involved in the training?
Well, the main thing that the training does is offer hope. In other words, you're a recovered patient, so because of, it's sort of like Alcoholics Anonymous has the sponsor for the alcoholic, this is sort of a patient that is in recovery that deals with another patient. And this is all the way through the 5 stages of recovery, from the initial stage where you're coping with the emotional distress of the diagnosis, the symptoms, the internalized stigma, and the stigma of others, all the way to the recovery mode where the specialist is helping identify the very things that the resources and strengths that the patient has to make the changes to get to the goal that they want.
Well, we want to thank you very much, Mr. Wade and Ms. Cano, for being here, and want to tell everyone the Soldiers of Love Peer Specialist Training Program is going to be going on from February 18th through the 22nd at the Renaissance Arts Hotel. And you can get more information about this from soldiersoflove.org or call 897-0462.